Wow, yeah, so where do we begin with this one? At the beginning, I guess. Welcome, everyone, and what's up? Well, let me tell you what's up. Portals and demons and Jedi and gooey mind control bugs. Well, Boba Fett on a bike. I need some of those there spice sticks to calm the nerves. So we entered the temple area, as I done told you last time, and all those people were around, and we moved up towards Langiva and the demon thing that used to be Sorrel, which at the time seemed like a good idea. Spoiler, it wasn't. Hell, so Austin, Sabaton, and Ilias head to try to rescue Vastiel and Klon. Good idea, yeah, for sure. Spitz has a great plan, and after excitedly ripping parts off his weird gun, he blasts the force shield around the cultists, and it fizzes out. Pfft. Like I said, great plan, my junk-loving compadre. And Callista, that woman is crazy. She opens up a whole can of whoop arse on anything that dares to move. Unfortunately, the things that moved did some really bad stuff too. Sorrel, now wielding a huge staff, sends a spray of these gooey worm things out at everyone. The stick, they crawl, and they try to get inside us. Yeah, like full-on alien invasion inside us. It was not good. Now luckily most of us had taken Rico's advice and were wearing some old vac suits I'd had on the mule. Austin, for some reason, had decided against this and just had a breath mask on. I don't think he'll ignore these warnings again. So in the meantime, Callista has blasted the staff in Sorrel's hands, and it blows up. Grayson shoots Langiva, sending her falling to the floor of the dais unconscious. But Hobb, that psycho cultist, sticks a scythe into Austin, and with a sickening thud, Austin falls. Still breathing, but not looking very good at all, I tell you. So Sabaton and Ilias start taking down the cultists, but Grayson gets blasted by a bolt from Sorrel's hand, and he goes down literally at my feet in a bloody mess. It's all getting a little crazy as Spitz battles to get the gooey slime off his vac suit. Rico has the great idea to use machine oil to counter the goop, and he grabs a can from my toolkit to spray over Spitz. This seems to work as the gooey worm things start to retreat towards Sorrel. Fantastic, we think. Then not so much as someone shouts out that they might be trying to rejoin with him in some way. So I'm trying to clog up all the holes in Grayson, although his fancy armor has some kind of medical device in it that stops the major bleeding. Although I probably helped in some way too. Austin, on the other hand, is gurgling like a blocked drain as worms enter the plug hole, and each breath he takes feels like it might be the end of Captain Blaze's day, career, life. So Rico changes towards them to try to help, as Callista, Ilias, and Sabaton clear up the rest of the cultists. Now Callista is mad at this point, and taking aim at Sorrel's head, blows so many holes in him it could be mistaken for Klon's long johns. As Sorrel falls to the floor, a vial of liquid slips from his grasp and clanks across the floor. Ilias, in the meantime, has heroically managed to stop all the bleeding Austin was doing and stabilized him. Oh, you thought that was a good thing? Because no, it was not. A thing it was. A good thing it was not. Austin sits bolt upright and blammo shoots at the unaware Sabaton, who was busy rescuing Austin's sister Vastiel, and kablamo, he pops a hole in Sabaton's head. The Wookiee falls to the floor, seemingly also dead. By this point, my heart is beating out of my chest, and panic is setting in as the room shakes and the portal swirls. This is bad for two reasons. One, when was the last time a good thing came through a burning portal? And two, whatever was coming didn't actually need a ritual to be complete. So an amorphous blob the size of 10 banthas comes oozing and pulsating through the portal as two Jedi drop down in front of us, with laser swords and everything. And I don't mind telling you I wouldn't have been surprised if the legend Ben hadn't shown up at this point. What do you mean, what, Ben? Ben Quadraneros, of course. How many other legends called Ben do you know? Geesh, guys, keep up with the times. Anyhow, Umgal has now pulled his bloated, fetid bulk through the portal, and he gives this huge speech about envoys and galactic domination, with his crony Sunla in tow, and how he's disappointed that Nen isn't there to face him. The Jedi tell us to leave as we get news that Liers Osnan, who went by the name Larrick when he hired us to get into this mess in the first place, is about to level the church that houses this crazy place. Now, as this went on, Klon and Vastiel have returned the favor and got Saviton to his feet, and between Rico and Ilias, Austin is no longer dying, and thanks to Austin's sheer determination, he is no longer being controlled by Sorel's bugs. Ilias spots the vial Sorel dropped and identifies it as some really important artifact needed to stop Umgal, which is disheartening as I thought leveling a building in him would work, but what do I know? Very little apparently is the answer. But everyone heads for the exit as the Jedi hold back this monstrous ooze. We grab the unconscious Kelsey on the way out and head to freedom. Outside, Liers Osnan is waiting with my ship. Remind me to check my security measures, but for now I'm happy they have my baby safe, and we all blast off as all hell breaks loose behind us. We haven't been flying too long when there is a massive flash, though, and we are all somewhere else. I think that is a tale for later, though, so for now I'm gonna go grab a drink or 12 and leave you knowing we are all safe, and that my friends is what's up.
Is this thing on? Yeah, well anyway, Klon wants to say to all the people, Klon does not wear long johns, and if Klon did, they wouldn't have holes in them, except where Klon's legs go, and the bit around Klon's tummy.